the content of this video is the tangent function. And so the first thing it's really interesting is that the tangent function is unique. If you know a lot about sine and cosine, this is very much not like them. So to kind of understand tangent, I kind of drew you a coordinate plane here on the right. And remember that the x value is cosine and the y value is sine. And so if you think about this angle here coming from the origin, and we think about that right triangle that's created, remember tangent is opposite over adjacent. So the opposite would be sine, and the adjacent would be cosine. So you could therefore say that tangent is equal to sine over cosine. So if you know the cosine values and you know the sine values, if you divide those two, you get the tangent function. And all of that is great. You get different values or different, different radical values and things like that. However, at two key locations, you get a very big problem. Because if you think about this, at this point right here, at the top of the 90 degrees, or at pi over 2, this coordinate is 0 over 1. And so sine would be the y coordinate, which is 1, and x would be the cosine, which is 0. So this creates an undefined value, because you cannot have 0 in the denominator. And the same thing occurs at 3 pi over 2 or 270. So as you rotate around this circle, every 180 degrees, you're going to get, a break in the graph. And so what that looks like is this, okay? So here's this pi over 2, this dotted line right here. That's that first 90 degrees. And here's the second one, okay? So you can see that this creates what is called, these dotted lines are called vertical asymptotes. If I could spell today. And what that means is the graph will never cross the line, it will never touch the line, it will just get closer and closer to that value. But tangent then everywhere else, so here I can tell you, if you want to know something, it always goes through the origin. Okay, so very similar to sine, so it's always going to intersect the origin. Everywhere else it's intersecting at 0 is a function of pi. So on pi, on 2 pi, etc., it's always going to intersect at 0. It will always start from the bottom and end on the top, so left or right in a sense, as long as it has not been transformed. And the last thing to realize is that if you think about the length of time that's going by, or if you even go up here, the length of time between vertical asymptotes, that's 180 degrees, which we know is equal in radians to pi. So you would say that tangent has a period of pi. I can get through the entire tangent wave in a length of pi right here. Okay, it doesn't take as long as sine or cosine. Remember, that took me all the way over here to 2 pi. I can see way more than one tangent curve in that section. So definitely look through this, because being able to sketch tangent and understanding what it looks like is important. And as always, if you have any questions, come see me.